Hi, David Gerard here. I'm in Wamego, Kansas. Going to visit a museum that's dedicated to the most famous fantasy motion picture ever.
Welcome to the Oz Museum. The gift shop effectively represents the Gale Farm at the beginning of the movie with the sepia tones and the stormy skies above. And we also have a tornado brewing in the background, which is about to whisk you away into the Technicolor world of Oz. So the Oz Museum came to be because of the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, very significant World's Fair. Lots of things were made and created for that fair that we still use today. Visitors. So spray paint was invented. The buildings were all painted white, but there was a lot of waterways around all those buildings, and you can imagine that that's going to be really harsh on the eyes, reflecting off the white buildings. So they handed out green tinted sunglasses. And that's going to make all those buildings look green.
Oh, that's where the tinting came from in the movie.
Yeah, L. Frank Baum went to that World's Fair, and that's where he got his idea. And he took that story home and told it as bedtime stories to his kids.
The Wicked Witch of the East had taken over Munchkinland, and she's the witch, of course, that was squashed by Dorothy's house, and that's why the Munchkins were so excited because they finally got rid of the Wicked Witch of the East. Yay! But unfortunately, she had a sister, Witch of the West, who had taken over the Winky Land, and so she had enslaved the Winky men to be her guards, her personal army, and they carried these huge 10.5-foot tall spears. So that's where you learn about the Winky Guards. And they were ordered to capture Dorothy and her friends and destroy them, which of course they failed.
And then at the end, the one guy says he was happy that the witch was dead.
They were ecstatic because remember, anytime a wicked witch casts a spell, the spell only stays in effect until their death. Once they die, the spell is broken and everybody's released from her power.
Oh, so the Winky Guard was released.
Yes, so all the Winky Guards were released, including the flying monkeys, which were also her henchmen. And so they were free to go back to what they really were.
He was my favorite character in the movie.
In fact, both the monkeys and the Winky Guards helped Dorothy and her friends to be able to get back to the Emerald City and then to eventually make it to meet Glinda at the end of the book so that Dorothy could go home.
I watched that movie every year from the time I was probably 5 till 18
Well,
in the spring.
Well, keep in mind that the film, and you know this from your own personal experience, anytime you film something, they take this much of the whole story and condense it and edit it down and create the characters the way they want to create them. So by reading the book, you learn all the backstories and all the what's really going on.
Okay.
Which the movie didn't even touch.
Right.
How did everything end up here in Wamego?
It has to do with the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. So L. Frank Baum attended that fair. So we had a local banker by the name of J.C. Rogers who also attended that World's Fair, and he loved the fair so much that he bought up as much as the arts and the architecture that he could in Wamego and built the Columbian Theater. But 100 years after it was built, in 1995, they had a grand renovation to what it looks like today, and to commemorate that, they had a Wizard of Oz exhibit there in the art gallery. It brought 12,000 people here to Wamego. We kind of realized there's not another Oz museum that celebrates all things Oz. There are things and places that really highlight. Enjoy! We'll see you guys back in Kansas.